TGOD, baby, no, that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pointers, yeah.
It's Madden NFL 22.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They juked him, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Holding offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Mayfield. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield now. Right back to Toney. He's got another one. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers last week for Toney. 5 catches, 57 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That'll be caught. It's Toney. They'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. But good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That'll go as a pickup of 8. The Cowboys are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. That is caught by Lamb. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Prescott now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 7. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-point drive. And it was all finished on the touchdown reception by Ezekiel Elliott. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. These two teams all tied after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Jake Bailey on down to punt here on 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Now this throw caught left side, and he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Garibay. That makes the score 14-7. The drive started that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And New York set to take the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man. Complete. A big play there for the Giants. 48 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Mayfield to throw it. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give him 30 yards there. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Barkley again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up,
and that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Will Fuller there to make the grab. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25. And now here come the Cowboys. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 1st down, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there at 22.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Second down and goal. Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This is 3rd and goal. Now this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Here's Prescott. Hard throw, incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
To think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas where the Cowboys out in front. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right? Usually it opens.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to zone.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Touchdown, Giants! Kenny Galladay, 89 yards. And the Giants have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make this a 4-point game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd and on short yardage. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Garibay. That gives him a 3-point lead. So that will be a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. And New York set to take the field. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Mayfield's throw caught by Tony. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play fake. Mayfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a good call there. That brings up 4th.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and the tackle going to be made at the 38. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4, so 2nd and 6 forthcoming. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff to Barkley, and he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 29. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. They'll try to run forward Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. 133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. Now they lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now Prescott. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before. If you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 7. 90 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. This one goes out wide for Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. Here's Baker. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Mayfield. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. Mayfield. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Howard. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Gano for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the 4th. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And part of you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. To throw, Prescott. Able to find Gallo. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. All eyes locked on Jonathan Garibay in a huge spot here. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the first crack here in overtime goes to the New York Giants as we are back underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And New York set to take the field. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Mayfield. This to Jarwin. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess